see if it's true. That's real Spanish for it.
All right.
Real Spanish for it.
Right.
Ready?
1, 2, 3, and.
Well, you messed it up with it.
1. Oh yeah.
Close enough. All right.
Wonderful.
Atención. Armas al hombro. Mano derecha al hombro. Retira las armas. Pongan el llave en el tirador. Siempre la piedra. Sopla la casereta. Saquen el cartucho. Armen el cartucho. Save it. Cierren la casereta. Pasen las armas al lado izquierdo. El cartucho en el cañón. Saquen la baqueta. Ata la baqueta. Acorten la baqueta. Mete la baqueta en el cañón. Ataque. Retira la baqueta. Ata la baqueta. Acorten la baqueta. Mete la baqueta en su lugar. Armas al hombro. Mano derecha al arma. Altas las armas. Presenten las armas. Preparen las armas. Apunten. Esperen. Tienen las armas. Cargo.
Okay? All right, we're good. We'll wait till they say it again, okay? Let's go to the first year.
Tienen las armas. Tienen las armas. Ponte. Esperen. Tienen las armas. Armas al hombro. La mano derecha al arma. Descansen sobre las armas. Well done.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Castillo De San Marcos National Monument. Before I get into all the fun stuff, I have to go over those very important, yet very boring safety rules. One of our number one rules here at the sport, folks, is please help us preserve this sport and your safety by not sitting on these walls, standing on these walls, kneeling on these walls, placing your feet onto these walls. If you look along the edges of this wall, you'll see a lot of that rock that's slowly giving way. Slowly but surely, these walls will be diminished. So help us out in preserving this sport and your safety by not sitting on these walls, kneeling, standing, putting your feet onto them. Also, this sport has been standing for 346 years come next month. What that also means, these bricks can give way. That's a good 30-foot drop down to the bottom. Could end your weekend fairly shortly. So again, folks, help us out preserving your safety and your national monument. Also, folks, this is Florida. It's fairly warm outside. Make sure you're drinking water. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Hate to see your weekend come up a little bit short by not following that one simple act of drinking water. Also, we have these ropes set up right here with this white line. That is our firing line. We ask folks not to come beyond that point until told to do so, as this is our firing area. And also, this cannon behind me is going to make a very loud boom. You're going to be hearing commands being given to you in Castilian Spanish, which is the Old Spanish language. But the command for cover your ears, that will be given to you in English. So you hear that, cover your ears. Make sure your ears are covered, as are those little ones. And if you have any hearing aids in, you may want to turn those down as well. As again, this will make a very loud boom.
Okay.
I think that's it for my very important safety rules. Also, folks, for those of you up here in the front, those two posts, I do need those two posts right there cleared, so that way when the soldados march through, they have a hole opened up, so they'll walk through. Once they walk through, we'll close off that rope, and we'll walk forward at that point. So again, we're going all to Castillo De San Marcos National Monument, established as such in the year of 1924. To preserve the victories, the tragedies, and the legacies of those who would serve within these walls. Spain would have built this fort in the year 1672, during a time when two world empires were battling out for world domination, Spain and Great Britain, all to protect the Gulf Stream 60 miles to the east of us, the natural current of water, your interstate highway system of the time. You catch that Gulf Stream, you can push your ship 5 to 6 miles per hour faster than it was moving before. This fort is established 120 years after St. Augustine had already been founded by Spain. The first 9 forts that they would have built were made of wood, between termites, humidity warping the wood, lightning burning up those forts, thunder, hurricanes and tropical storms, and of course cannonballs that'll rip through that wood like knives to warm butter. Those wooden forts did not last for very long. They then had to look around their natural surroundings, and what they would find are large rock outcrops of these tiny seashells that they would call coquina, which means tiny seashells. When this fort was being built 1672 to 1695, they would get their first major bombardment by the British in the year of 1702, 7 years after they had already built this fort. During that siege of 1702, the folks of St. Augustine would look off into that horizon, and what they would see are large masts with large sails flying high in the sky in that November breeze. The British were coming. As those folks would look out in that horizon, 1,500 men, women, and children would take flight from their homes, run across that drawbridge, much like you came in today, and would huddle inside of that courtyard when that first cannonball slams against these walls. Cannonball after cannonball, shot after shot. The British are trying to take down this fort. But what they're realizing, those cannonballs are only going in a few inches deep. They cannot take this fort. By day 51, the reinforcements arrive from Cuba, block in those British ships at all entrance points. Though the British will have no other choice but to set ablaze their own ships, find land, and because no one is here to defend the town of St. Augustine as they are huddled inside that courtyard, the British will burn the town of St. Augustine as they march back to where they had come from, Charlestown, now known as Charleston, South Carolina. The Spaniards realized they needed to make some renovations to this fort. They spent another 18 years in renovations, 41 years in all to build the fort as we see it today. Their second major siege would come in the year of 1740. Today we are dressed out in 1740 Spanish soldiers, soldados, military uniforms. In that siege, General James Oglethorpe would set his sails to the south. As he's coming in from Georgia, he will land his men on Anastasia Island, just across the bay. His men would then begin to pull their cannons just up to the shoreline. We would be staring down his barrels as they would be staring down the barrels of ours. Today we are going to replicate what that siege may have sounded like. With the wind direction, for some of you folks, may have even smelled like. Those who are performing this cannon firing demonstration for us today are wearing roughly 23 pounds of wool. There are those who donate their time. They donate their energy in putting on this program for all of us today. With the exception of one who is a park ranger much like myself, the others are park volunteers.
All right.
Without further ado, folks, we give you the Soldados, their 6-pounder cast iron gun, and the siege of 1740. Capitan, it's all yours.
Artilleros, vamos a una línea.
Lodario, take it off.
Fogón, yes, back as mi capitán. Aponte, mi capitán. Adelante del cañón. Prepárate para el ejercicio. Bendíganos, Santa Barbara. Esto la cuchara en el cañón. Regalos si está cargado. Tira la cuchara. Entra la lanada y tapen el fogón. Pasen la lanada al cañón. Retírala a su lugar. Aprende el atacador y pólvora. Entrala en el cañón. Ataquen. El atacador a su lugar. Tomen los suspectos. Póngase a poner en batería el cañón. Cañón en batería. Póngase para la punta de ella. La punta. Spectators a su lugar. Saben el Colonial fogón. Tomen el bar fuego. Para fuego al cañón. Alto. Y sopla la mecha. Cover your ears.
Okay.
Fuego.
Wow.
Tomen las palanquinas. Desplámese a sacar el cañón de la batería.
That's what those are for.
When you're fair de batería. Alto.
Yeah.
Palanquinas a su lugar. Entra saca trapas en el cañón. Pasen el saca trapas en el cañón.
We know. Now you know why somebody did that.
Right?
No. I didn't know that.
Return el saca trapas. Entra la lanada y tapa el fogón. Pasen la lanada al cañón. Tírenla a su lugar. Artilleros, vamos a una línea. Santiago y cierra España. muy bien.
¡Viva España!
Español, yeah.
As General James Oglethorpe would begin his bombardment on this fort, the soldados would take their gun deck, take their cannons. One of those cannons they would use is a 6-pounder cast iron gun, meaning that it fires out a 6-pound cannonball. No cannonball came out of that barrel today, of course. Those folks would be happy with us. However, those folks over there in the house would be happy with us. This is firing a 6-pounder cannonball, needing 3 pounds of black powder. Today, we've only used 8 ounces of black powder, 1 cup. Needing 3 pounds of fire effectively, it has a range from here to that lighthouse on Anastasia Island. A well-trained crew, that's 1.5 miles distance. A well-trained crew should load and reload one of these guns every 45 seconds. However, by performing this drill, it is eliminating the fog of war, maintaining discipline, conserving black powder and cannonballs at the same time, while telling the enemy across the way, we do not fear death. A great psychological warfare tactic done by the soldados. After 38 days of siege, 27 days of bombardment, General James Oglethorpe also realized he could not take this fort. He would pack up his men on Anastasia Island and so back up north to where he had come from, to New Brunswick, Georgia, Fort Frederica, where atop this gun deck the soldados, once again, stand victorious. Thank you very much, folks, for coming out here to Castillo De San Marcos. National Monument here very shortly. We'll allow you to come across and take pictures.
Thank you.
All right, folks, this time if you wish to come across, have pictures taken, and ask any questions you may have, by all means do so. Don't be shy. Come on.
Okay. Excuse me.
Good thing I'm not wearing my hearing aid.
All right, good morning. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. For one, I want to thank you guys for coming out to the Castillo today. Without you guys here, we wouldn't be here. And of course, we wouldn't be able to see the cannon firings today. We're going to have enough crews for 2 different cannons. They're going to be firing about the same time. What you guys are going to be seeing up here is going to be a drill style. So it's not going to be real-time battle. But before we get started on the demonstration for your guys' safety as well as the Castillo safety, I'm going to need everybody to come off of the wall and then stay off the wall for the remainder of the cannon talk. The Castillo is about 350 years old, so we want it to stay another 350 years old so your great-great-grandchildren can see it, right?
Right.
So what we're going to be firing is these 6-pounder cannons. They can fire a 6-pound cannonball and easily hit that lighthouse over there. That's going to be a 1.5-mile distance. Our bigger cannons that surround the fort today can easily fire up to 3 miles. Now, I myself am a park ranger. My name is Ranger Nicole. We also have a few other park rangers up here. That's Park Ranger Rob, and then the man who we're doing the drums, that's going to be Park Ranger Lewis. But everybody else up here is a volunteer. So we are entirely volunteer-led military program. So can we have a round of applause for these men that are donating their time for us?
All right.
All right. So we're going to be having a captain announcing all of the commands. But other than that, we're going to have these ropes up here. Afterwards, when the drill is finished, we're going to take down the ropes, and then you guys can come and take pictures and ask questions. But I hope everybody enjoys the cannon program. Thank you so much for coming.
And he's got the lens that goes up.
Bridge is up.
Yeah, it's too late now.
Media. Oh, just stay right there.
You there. Good day, citizen. You know, I'm like, yeah, I got it.
The drill that they're going to be doing for you is the garrison drill that appeared in the 1740s, which is the period that their uniforms represent. This is the Spanish drill. So every command will be done in Spanish, as it would have been done in the 1740s here at the Castillo. We've got 2 cannons. These are iron 6-pounders. Means they have a range of about 1.5 miles. That's from here to the lighthouse over on the island, if you're looking. 6-pounder does not refer to the weight of the cannon, of course. It refers to the weight of the cannonball that will be fired from the cannon. A well-trained crew is going to be able to load and fire in about 45 seconds to a minute. Today they'll be doing a training exercise for you. So they're going to go through each and every step in the commands slowly, as though they were training. And this is going to give you a really good sense of how things would have been done.
Artilleros, form una línea.
Our captain has called his men to attention.
This is going to give him the opportunity to go through and inspect them, to make sure they know what their jobs are going to be, and to make sure that they all have the proper equipment.
Saca trapos, capitán. Gerald, adelante en el cañón.
They're now going to take up their positions around the cannons.
Prepárese para el ejercicio.
They're checking their equipment to make sure it's in place,
Bendíganos, Santa Barbara.
blessing themselves in the name of St. Barbara, patron saint of artillery.
Entra la cuchara en el cañón.
They're now going to use a tool known as the cuchara or ladle to make sure that the cannon was not left loaded by the people who used it previously.
Conozcan si está cargado. Tiren la cuchara. Gone. Entra la lanada y tapan el fogón.
They're now going to use the lanada or sponge to clean out the inside of the barrel and to extinguish any sparks that might have been inside.
Pasen la lanada al cañón. Tírenla a su lugar. Aparte el atacador y pólvora.
Now they're going to get the charge ready. Of course, we're not firing a live cannonball today. The boats and houses out there are very expensive, and we try to be good neighbors.
Entra en el cañón.
The charge is now being placed in the cannon and will then be rammed in with the atacador or rammer.
El atacador en su lugar. Tomen los espejes.
They're now going to move the cannons into battery, using the hand spikes to push them forward against the wall.
Póngase a poner en batería el cañón. Cañón de batería.
That's how they move.
Dispóngase para la puntería. Apunten.
They're now going to aim the cannons. They might move the barrels to the left or the right, up or down. They're going to use a tool known as a quadrant to get the angle of the weapon, and this will help them make that decision.
If that boat's in that way, it better move that boat. With the people in it.
Espejes en su lugar.
Cannons are properly aimed.
Saben y cubren el fogón.
They're now going to put a quill or primer in the rear of the cannon. This will allow them to fire it.
Tomen las fuegos.
They're now getting ready the bada fuego, or linstock. This is the tool that will be used to fire the cannon.
Bada fuegos al cañón.
Okay.
Alto.
Cover your ears. Cover your ears.
Y sopla la mecha. El Barbaro. Fuego. San Cristobal. Fuego. Bada fuegos en su lugar.
Wow.
That cannon's fired. However, the drill is not yet complete, as they must make the weapons safe.
Tomen las
I didn't say no
palanquinas.
ship sink out there.
They're now getting ready the ropes. They're going to use these to pull the cannons out of battery so that they can tend to the vent and the barrel of the gun.
Dispóngase a sacar el cañón de la batería.
I think it's a little fast.
Long lines and engines on.
Put it in there and then pull the whole thing out. That's a lot of light.
Prende fuego la batería. Alto. Palanquinas en su lugar. Entro, saca trapas en el cañón.
They're now getting a tool known as the sacatrapos, or worm. Hopefully everything's exited the cannon when it was fired, but if anything was left behind, the worm will be used to pull it out.
Pasen el saca trapas el cañón.
I don't know. I think
That's weird.
Chean el saca trapas. Entro, la lanada y tapen el fogón.
Once again, they're going to bring out the lanada, or the sponge, to extinguish any sparks or embers that were left behind when the cannon was fired.
Pero cualquiera le tenía miedo a eso.
Pasen la lanada al cañón. Cheanla en su lugar. Artilleros, vamos en línea.
The captain is once again assembling his men at the rear of the guns to go over what just happened with them, to offer them words of encouragement and instruction so that they can prove themselves for the next time around.
You look closer than you want to.
Got it. Viva España!
All right,
Yes, ma'am.
so if you'll bear with us just a moment longer, the cannoneers are going to go and secure all the tools that they had around the cannon to make it safe, so that there's no tripping hazards, and so that there's nothing anybody that can get caught on. Once they've done that, we'll take the ropes down so that anybody who wants to come in and ask questions, take pictures, will be more than welcome to do so. We have further demonstrations today, weather permitting, at 11:30, 1:30, 2:30, and 3:30. Of course, once again, that is weather permitting. You're welcome to come back for the rest of the day. Otherwise, we hope you enjoyed our demonstration. We hope you enjoy the rest of your time here at the Castillo De San Marcos National Monument. Thank you for all coming out with us today.
Wow. You guys are awesome. That was a great reenactment.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate being here.
And of course, cannon firing drills is the most important thing here in the Castillo.
That's
Yeah, I
it.
figured better for you to be on that side, see both guns.
And you men are so awesome. And I think I got a better shot this time. And I held steady and covered my ear.
Roger that, sir.
Thank you.
You got it. Thank you.
Well, great job on firing the cannon and cleaning out the cannon and making sure it's clear and everything's going well.
Yeah, today we get to do too.
Right. Last time 4 years ago, it did only one.
Well, sometimes that's all we have is enough for one.
That's okay.
Last
All right.
week we didn't have enough crew to even fire one cannon. We were firing muskets last weekend.
Yeah,
Just me and him.
Okay. Well, you guys are awesome. So, thank you so much for giving us a demonstration.
Thank you.